Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to exploring America's most isolated town, extreme conditions, and eating whale. I do these reactions every so often and I really enjoy doing them when basically people go to these extreme places. I guess you could say it's extreme because it is so isolated, this town. And I think it's the town in Alaska, Barrow. It used to be called Barrow, but they changed the name to, I guess, the original name, and I can't remember what the name is. But this place does fascinate me a lot because it's like, I think during the winter it's like dark all year round. I guess during the summer it's light all year, not all year round, all day for months it's dark, and then in the summer all day it's light for months as well. So I mean, this place is definitely a unique area, but especially in the winter, this just seems like a place that I don't know how you could survive. For the majority of people, this would be too much, but I guess people who have had generations living in these conditions, and probably worse conditions because they wouldn't have had like the infrastructure to help them deal with it, and they would have to find different ways to survive in these conditions. They're used to it. This is what their family history has been used to. So I guess in that aspect it makes sense, and it's really cool to see these places, but they are just very extreme for someone like me to see. But I enjoy doing these reactions, and I am interested in seeing this video of, I guess, this person or this group of people going here. But let's check this video out and see what this place is like. Also, if you've been here on the off chance, let me know your experiences here, because I don't know how high the chances are of someone who's watching this reaction who's been here. But if you have been, then let me know what your experience was, because I assume this place is just, you've got to be built a certain way to be able to enjoy life here. But hey, anyway, we're going to check this out and see and learn a bit about this place, and that's pretty much it. So let's jump into this.
Only 0.1% of America exists north of the Arctic Circle. And within that extremely remote area, there is a town so isolated that there aren't any drivable roads to any major cities from it. Welcome to Alaska, the last frontier, as the state slogan says. America's 49th state that was strangely enough bought for pennies from the Russians in 1867. And except for Amar, our first time traveling here. As you know by now, we believe that the most raw and surprising stories about humanity hide in its most remote corners. On this journey, we will be aiming to learn more about the community in this town, and how the Inupiat Alaskan natives have managed to survive in this barren region for thousands of years.
There you go.
But we had no clue that we were about to stumble into a massive moment for this native community right as we arrived.
Is that catching the whale? Damn. Here we go.
It's time to head to the northernmost settlement in America.
This might sound really dumb, but it's further than I thought. But I guess that's the point of the episode, right?
Yeah.
I'm very curious, like, what the traditional foods in a place that remote is actually like, and I'm kind of scared of it.
How is Scotty's son doing?
I have an eye sty and it hurts. It's scary seeing that, so I'm gonna wear these to work.
They look good though, they're fashionable.
You're always cute anyway. You're always cute.
Thank you. Are you gonna say that about me too, or no?
Oh, always cute.
Anytime we step into the unknown, there's an element of nervousness in all of us. As we often approach our stories with an open schedule, we don't know where the story and the adventure is going to take us, and the anticipation all the way there is both exciting and nerve-wracking.
There is no major city anywhere near where we're going to get basically the groceries that most people consider normal. It's hard already in the capital of Alaska here, Anchorage, so I can't even imagine what the life must be like up there. And we are heading to discover. Hello, how's it going? Hello again.
I like cold environments.
This is the most northern
Cold and then cold.
on planet Earth.
This is different level.
Well, yeah, that's true as well.
How do you say this? Utkigvig. I don't know.
You lied to me. You said it was warmer than this. Wow, we are really remote right now.
This is the airport. Wow.
Wow.
This is so fun. It's the smallest footprint for an airport I've ever been to.
Everything is happening in this one room. Like the check-in gate is there, and the security gate is there, and then the boarding is right behind it.
Yeah. I'm Susan. I'm Omar. I see. We have all our bags.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Good thing we all have boots.
Yep. Hey, Omar.
He's not wearing boots.
Flipping out.
We left the plane, went into one door, and now we're out.
Yeah.
Like all went in
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
We're from Sweden and France.
Is Stefan, is he flirting with them?
I believe so.
Yeah, it seems
If
so.
I were to guess, I would say.
Wasn't that? I mean, I've watched the channel before. Wasn't that Stefan guy just a random guy in a video ages ago, and then he became part of this channel? I think that's the case. And if that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've just landed, Stefan. We just arrived.
Did you get lucky?
Yeah. I was just talking to them.
Sure, Stefan. We all know what's really going on.
Go
Reykjavik,
on.
formerly known as Barrow,
So this is where they've arrived. Flipping hell.
is one of the oldest permanent settlements in the United States. The native Inupiat people have been living here for over 1,500 years. After the US bought Alaska from Russia in 1867, the United States Army established a meteorological and magnetic research station here in 1881, which marked the beginning of a rapid shift for the local people's way of life.
So this is our little village.
Yeah.
This is the rental car.
This might sound really stupid. Is there still like hunter-gatherers in Alaska? People who just live within deep. I mean, this is deep Alaska, but not of like any civilization like this. They'll just live at some point somewhere in Alaska, like throughout. I mean, is that even possible? I guess it probably. I mean, this video they're catching whale, for example. There probably is like a couple, or even just in like the northern regions of Canada. Like, is there people that live that sort of life? I just can't imagine. It's just too extreme to do that. But I feel like there's so many things that can surprise you. I don't know. I guess when it came to the opportunity of having warm houses and stuff, they probably decided, okay, that way of life is a bit more extreme. Let's at least, have a warm roof over our heads and stuff. But I'm not too sure.
And while we were renting our car, we started to hear murmurs of something big and unexpected happening in town right now.
They're going to start butchering it as soon as they get it up.
Butchering what?
Yeah. 5 miles. What?
Holy shit.
No, they caught a whale.
They're out in the water now, transporting it.
From a Western perspective, a whale hunt may seem shocking, but for the native Alaskans in this region, known as the Inupiat people, whaling has been a core part of their survival and culture for more than 2,000 years. Controversy around the activity primarily comes from overfishing in the 1800s, bringing all kinds of whales to near extinction, but not as a result of
How do you even catch a whale?
these small, remote communities, but by large corporations who were capitalizing on advances in technology and the rise of whale oil as fuel for lamps. Because of this, it resulted in a ban of whaling all over the world, putting these communities at risk of extinction. Over time, with heavy regulation, quotas, and a ban of commercial hunting, which means only hunting to feed the community, the whale population is now growing again, and these local communities are able to continue surviving and preserving their traditions.
Okay.
Here, as you can imagine, 320 miles north of the Arctic Circle, growing crops is basically impossible, and any food that makes it into the grocery store is extremely expensive.
Sriracha, it's $13. I found orange juice.
$25.
How do you get by? What the fuck?
Deodorant for $17.
17. I rather smell them.
To this day, the most effective way of feeding the community is through hunting, with the primary source being the bowhead whale. Today, the Inupiat are some of the few people in the world who are still legally allowed to hunt for whale. For this community, a catch likely means not only food for
I mean, imagine they banned it here and then they obviously can't afford to buy food. That would be the dumbest thing possible. So I'm happy they've at least had some sort of common sense of this, because, I mean, who's affording orange juice? Who's going to be able to afford orange juice? That's $25. It's not very feasible, is it?
many months, but also represents a preservation of the little amount of tradition that the native people of Alaska still have.
They caught a whale, and they're gonna hold it up on the beach at night. The idea of eating whale feels so distant to me, but at the same time, what else are you gonna do?
I think we stepped into a different world.
We were told that the whale was being brought to shore further outside of the town. So before heading out there, we decided to do some quick exploration and find some dinner at one of the very few restaurants in town.
Oh, look at the...
There's a restaurant here.
Like a whale.
Oh,
A fin. It's a whale fin.
Wow.
what?
Damn.
Of course, you can just leave it out. I mean, where you live is literally just a refrigerator, isn't it? Or sorry, a freezer even. It's just an open freezer.
First time I've ever seen a dead whale. And that this is still like America, like, you know.
I mean, it begs the question, what is America, right? Like, this was just native land where people lived for thousands of years, and then Russia had, you know, claim over the territory, and then the US bought it from them, and so like the only constant here is probably just the native people.
Is that just slices of whale?
Damn.
Oh, the smell.
Oh, that's a terrible smell.
The birds are just eating it.
Yes.
Osaka restaurant.
Okay,
Thank you.
Welcome to Bero.
Thank you.
Our menu.
where are you from?
Korea.
Korea.
안녕하세요.
How do they end up here?
Oh, nice.
What's your favorite thing about this town?
First thing is people are very nice, very kindly, you know, not like a city person. I love people in town, you know, just like a family. We know each other, you know. Then not dangerous, very safety in town. But only many things good, but only bad thing is, you know, weather. Weather is so cold, you know. Working outside people is very, you know, hard. I love here. The first time when I came here, I want to stay 3 years, but now I think I can stay here whole life. Yeah.
Wow.
I like.
Now, before the team experiences one of the most unique nights of their lives.
Oh, is this an ad? Yep. Scoot the bag, baby. Get the schmoney.
Okay, we are going out to see them pulling up the whale from the ocean. They've been pulling it for 20 miles apparently. We are very curious to see what goes on.
Good
How we
morning.
deal.
I just woke up.
The funny thing is every single person we've met in the town so far knows about this whale thing.
That's true.
I mean, it's a big deal. It's the end of the season. They can only do it like for a few weeks out of the year.
People at the restaurant, people we spoke to on the street, everyone seems to know about that. A whale is about to arrive to town.
We arrived at what seemed to be in the middle of nowhere, with a few cars on a lit beach, not sure what we were looking for.
Hi, Hi,
Hi.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Carolyn. Nice
So-
to meet you guys.
You know the people that are out?
Yes, they're my family on my mom's side.
Wow.
It takes the whole community to, you know, bring it up and cut it up. Well, it means a whole lot to our community. We've been waiting for hundreds of years, and I can remember my dad when I was a little girl. He was always out hunting, but right now the weather is bad and we have big waves on the ocean side, and
It take more than 2 hours.
yeah, because it's very dangerous right now.
You're so funny, you're rocking in and out of frame.
So far.
I'm from Sweden. I'm supposed to be used to this weather, but for some reason
It's warm out.
This is
It's warm for me, yeah.
No gloves.
The car is off, she's not wearing gloves.
And I only got slippers on.
Oh my god.
Raised here all our lives.
Yeah.
Whaling's a part of our community.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see this every day. Yeah, this is, you know, this is awesome.
So is this like the Alaskan? Is this like an accent in itself? Because they obviously sound American, but he's saying he was raised here his whole life, so I don't really know what this accent in this region would actually be considered. But they just sound American.
This is the fishing we do.
Like typically American accent, maybe. It just seems very like what you'd expect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. How did they do before? Do you have like grandparents and great-grandparents who've been doing this as well, or?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years your family have been doing this?
You know, like we didn't have heavy equipment like this, and we do a spring traditional hunt where we pull that whale up by hand, by rope. We just pull it up inch by inch. That being said, you know, the quota of 25, once the harpoon leaves the boat and it strikes that whale, that's considered a strike. If we lose it, if it gets away from us, that's one of our quota, one of our whales in our quota. So it's called a strike and loss, or, you know, struck and loss.
I see.
So we try our best to land as many as possible.
Nice meeting the kids and the family here.
Yeah, welcome to the top of the world.
Thank you so much, yeah, thank you.
Almost 1 in the morning. We've been waiting for hours for this. There are so many cars.
What a mad job. Oh, there it is.
Like fairly small boats pulling a giant whale. Like this is dangerous. Now I understand why there's like 40 cars on here, right?
Oh, it's just drifting ashore. Oh,
That is mad.
some people are here watching like us, and a lot of people are here as backup help.
Fuck, like, imagine how cold that is.
Holy shit. Did you ever think you'd see this in your life? No. Whoa, what a tail. Oh my god. The tail was like double the size of the human that was standing next to it. Wow. Oh my god, it's freaking huge. Wow.
That is mental.
It's hard not to feel sad, you know. I understand its purpose, and it's also, you know, a tradition, and it's food and survival, but a lot of feelings get mixed up in that when you see it for the first time in your life. Humans hunt all around the world, all sorts of animals that are beautiful, but it's just, I've never seen a dead whale, so it's just...
Oh my dude, it's still going. Holy shit, that could have killed someone.
We have an escalation here. We've got four forklifts going in at the same time.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen.
100%.
These trucks are fully submerged in water at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost 5 in the morning. This seemed like a last resort attempt right now when they had their 4 trucks try to go and lift it and pull it out, but it's not working.
You were on the boat?
Yeah.
Was it tough today?
Oh yeah. We were towing in the front, and our tow light in the back snapped.
Can I say hi to your...
Yeah.
How does it feel when you're out there?
I've been doing it all these years. I'm 72 now. I've been waiting a long time.
He's the oldest one out there.
Wow. What's the toughest part with doing this?
The first part, when you're coming home, when you get dark on you. You can't see nothing out there. Sometimes it's scary.
No, it's 4:25, yeah. That's a marathon.
We got out there 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's soon 24 hours being out on.
Yeah, let's go get some hours of sleep, boys. Come back and see if they figured out a way to get this whale out tomorrow.
Cut to sleep.
With only a few hours of sleep, we were processing what we had witnessed the night before. Both amazed to have experienced up close such a unique and powerful tradition, we also had more questions. about what would happen next.
That was a night, first of all.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a traveler and you want to try some, they're always happy to give you something to try.
Okay, now we're heading back to the whale again.
They're still getting it. What the hell? If that's the case, holy shit.
Oh,
it's
they've
up
already
now.
sliced up. Oh, whoa. They've made crazy progress.
Boys ready for the smell of this?
Damn.
There's a man sitting on top of a whale, cutting it so that the people of this town can share. Not in my wildest dream would I ever think that I would be like witnessing this live.
And this part we can eat, right?
Yeah, you boil it.
You boil it.
Yeah. It's divided into shares.
How many people and for how long does a whale like this sustain for food?
Well, it's going to get stored, so all year round.
All year round?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing? What's your name? Mine's Thomas, but YouTube channel says Get There. Oh, kick ass. All right, awesome. Oh, nice, man. Yes, I watch you guys' videos all the time. Oh, that's... What's your name? Eben? Eben? Nice to meet you, man. Yeah. These whales are real big this fall. They're bigger than usual. Yeah. Normally we get 20 footers, 30 footers.
And this one is?
This is 52 feet.
52 feet?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
52 feet.
That's wild. And you're part of butchering it?
Yeah. It's called Akabukti. Okay, so I'm an Akabukti for this whale. Okay, and I'll get a share of the muktik.
Wow.
Normally it's the muktik and the meat and the tongue.
Yeah.
Well, you are officially our northernmost subscriber in the Americas. So
I was not expecting to meet a yesterday subscriber slicing up a whale on a beach in the northernmost town in America.
Kangisan.
Kangisan. Yugo.
Yeah, both of them.
Get good ang katin.
William and Carolyn.
Oh, okay, now I know.
I know some words, but I don't speak it fluently like the elders.
When we were children, we were sent away to go to school.
Wow.
And not speak our language. I was only maybe a 4th grade kid, sent to Wrangell, Alaska. Then after that, I was sent to Oregon for high school.
Like against your will?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Our parents couldn't do nothing because
To take you away from speaking your language and teach you English?
To speak English.
Jesus.
Wipe away our culture.
Like many indigenous communities around the world, the arrival of Christian missionaries in the 19th century marked a turning point for the native Alaskan communities. Driven by their ambition to spread their faith, the missionaries established schools that offered education but forced the communities to learn English and abandon their ancestral practices in favor of Christianity. Students were subject to corporal punishments.
That is quite... I mean, that's just how it was, right? I guess just forcing them to not speak their own language. I mean, that is very sad. I guess that's just history, right? There's many examples of that happening, and this is just another example of that.
If they were heard speaking their native language, leading to a growing corporal punishments. If they were heard speaking their native language, leading to a growing loss of their cultural identity over generations. While also a means for everyday survival, maintaining the ritual of whale hunting serves as a way for the Inupiat people to preserve an integral part of their culture and traditions.
I never lost my language because it was already still in me when I was a child.
Yeah. How do you feel about preserving it now? Is it?
Well, we've been trying, but young ones are speaking English at home.
I hope they
Before
can,
being invited to try whale for the very first time, we had an important goal to accomplish.
Okay.
We have just rented this. We are gonna go to the northernmost point in America. You can only get there in a special vehicle. So we have these guys taking us and just in general get to experience the northernmost point in the United States. Okay.
So these birds like to come and feast on the muktik and the meat that's left on the bones
after we're done harvesting the edible muktikan meat. After we're done, they load these bones up in tractors and they haul them out here and they dump them for the seagulls, the foxes, the polar bears, just to...
Foxes live here? What?
Have them stay away from town.
Yeah.
There is a...
And polar bears, I mean, of course, but that's a crazy thing to worry about. I couldn't imagine.
white fox right at the edge of the water right there. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, they are
so
beautiful.
Majestic.
What
Wow.
the hell?
Pretty warm out.
Not really.
Here at the northernmost point in the United States, we are the 6th northernmost people right now. Past that pole, it's just barren. We made it! Come over here. We made it!
Nothing is.
I'm surprised by the amount of layers they're wearing. I thought they'd be wearing more, but maybe... I guess overwearing is also an issue, isn't it? You can get overly hot as well.
More north than us right now in all of the United States. Wow. I'm the highest guy in the US right now. I'm the highest dude. We're the highest crew. This is as high as I've ever been in the US. What are you laughing about?
It sounds like when you say hi, you know.
So Evan is telling me that over here is where people used to live in the 1940s until they built a town over there. Because the houses were built out of whalebone?
Yeah.
And wood?
Whale ribs.
Huh?
The jaw bones from the whale.
So people used to even use the bones for survival.
Yeah.
You know, literally without the whale, people would not have survived here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you ever see yourself living anywhere else other than here? This is home for you.
Yeah.
This is what feels like home for me. Even if it's real cold out, even if the wind is 45 miles an hour, it's still home. Yeah. I'd rather be in this weather than somewhere tropical, 90 degrees, because I just melt, you know?
Good question. Who has never done a polar plunge in the Arctic before? I've done it.
I have done it. I did arguably the coldest cold plunge that anyone can do. I remember walking out of -40 did not hurt the bones as much as this does.
Let's do a vote. Who thinks Stefan should do it?
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Poor guy.
This is literally the final thing that you haven't done.
Yeah. But where were we thinking?
How did we convince him to do this?
Well, we've arrived at a swimming spot for Stefan to do his first ever Arctic polar plunge. There's some solid discomfort being sought on this trip, and this is going to be the peak of the physical ones. Oh my god, it is horrible outside.
I can hear the Iceman talking to me.
Hey, pep talk is over, man. We are just gonna do it.
It's cool. Already now, like, before you...
I'm freezing and I'm wearing like solid winter clothes.
Fucking hell.
Oh no. What?
Are we ready? Are we ready? Oh, it's cool.
I've never been happier to be on the show.
Mate, I hate...
Oh my
he's just
God.
going straight in.
That is a polar plunge for real now.
It's getting your whole body in there, isn't it?
Wow, he's doubling down.
Honestly, he's doing great.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Let's go!
I ain't doing that shit.
Wow. You're a beast.
It's pretty nice, actually.
It is something, you know, you just tell yourself to go out there and breathe and then stay in it. It works.
Let's go!
Oh.
Woo! Wow. But I can recommend 5 out of 5 polar bears for this one.
Well, we are arriving at Evan's house. He said he's going to cut up his portion of whale that he got from helping out. So we wanted to come and see what that looks like and maybe try some.
What's happened to the...
So this is the top part of the tongue. This is my mom's favorite part, and it took me 2 hours to cut a section, maybe 2 square feet in a cube.
Is it just super thick?
Yeah, it's real tough. This is the muck tip, and I'm gonna let this one sit for 7 months.
7 months.
Let it freeze. It allows the meat and the blood to render into the blubber, and it gives it a much better taste.
Okay.
Here's a couple of whaling tools that we use to butcher the whale. My dad showed me a lot.
I heard that your dad passed it, what was it, a year, 2 years ago?
2 years ago. It's tough as hell, but I'm glad he showed me a lot. If he didn't show me, then this wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory of you guys together?
Every one of them.
Aw.
This was one of the last ones that him and I made together, and I still use it.
Wow.
Wow, that cut way faster than I thought it would.
Wow. How thick that skin is.
We eat the skin and blubber raw, which is muktuk, straight out by the room.
Oh, wow. 60 pounds?
Wow.
Yeah.
How often do you eat whale? Like how big a part of your diet is it?
Throughout the year?
Yeah.
Maybe 50.
50%?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit.
There's a lot of people that say that the ocean is our garden because we can't really grow stuff on the tundra.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We are always inspired when we meet seekers around the world, and we were not expecting to meet a seeker in the middle of the most remote place in America. As a small token of appreciation, we have a Seek t-shirt here.
It's been a pleasure.
Come over here, man. Come over here, man.
This is what I like to do. I like to meet people. I like to show them my town, my culture.
It's like Arctic people come from such different countries.
Yeah.
But they're all ultimately the same people with pretty similar culture.
The way my dad taught me was we're one people. We have one language. We just have different dialects and different ways of doing things.
What's something that you think they wanted the world to know?
Even though we go to extremes to get food, we're not bad people because of that. We're not monsters. We're just trying to eat. We're just trying to put food on our table. We're just trying to survive like we have the past thousands of years. Think of what my parents went through and my grandparents went through when they were going through school. There was missionaries did so much hurt and harm, and all that trauma is passed down through generation to generation.
Yeah.
When they would just turn to their peer and say something in Inupiaq, and that teacher would grab a ruler stick, go to the student, tell them to put their hands on the table, and they would smack their hands as hard as they can just for speaking the language on their lands. My parents didn't want to really teach me and my brother and my siblings the language because they thought, we would be hurt at school just for speaking, just for trying to keep the language going.
What do you wish for this community, Evan?
Keep being one, to keep being who we are. There's an Inupiaq word for that called atauchikun, which means together as one, working together as one body.
Damn.
Once a whale has been caught
Fucking
and butchered,
brutal world,
there
isn't
is
it?
a get-together at the captain's house to cook and distribute the meat to the wider community. We asked Eben to take us, as we thought it would be the perfect way to round off what we had just experienced.
Wow.
It's like a whale drive-through over here.
Everyone from the community comes and gets their slice, right?
Yeah, this is what all the crews do. They cook up all the meat and the muktuk and they put them in serving bags.
Hey, you!
Comes in little bags.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mom 440. Mom.
Hi, how you doing?
Yay, you guys got some.
We got some.
And so you guys just go out of your comfort zone and check places out.
This will be out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, yes, for sure. These guys caught the whale. Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
You caught it.
His
Amazing.
grandson.
Thank you so much
He caught the whale, this guy's.
Good job.
Wow.
That's my oldest grandson.
Well done.
Wow.
He's your new captain.
Yeah. Let's go.
Good. Better take some more for later on midnight snack.
How many years have you been captain?
1987.
1987.
I come from a big whaling family. My grandfather's father was a whaling captain.
Wow.
First of all, thank you for sharing all of
Yeah.
that.
I'm glad you came to the house. That's what it is.
Honestly, we would be honored if we try it in your presence. We've never had whale.
Come inside my house.
It's beautiful to see people hugging each other, saying hi to each other, greeting each other.
Hi, I'm Thomas. Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. It'll be our first time trying it.
You're here.
First time. Thank you so much.
We're gonna try it with the man who caught it himself. Okay, so we take.
If they don't like it, will that piss them off? I mean, I'm assuming they probably realise it's a very new thing, but and also they have it raw, don't they?
So take one, put it on the plate.
Yep.
It is oily, boys.
Oh wow!
Not just for my family and my crew, for the community and elsewhere.
And
That's
it's,
how we do it.
and it's illegal to sell it. It can't be commercial. Only.
We don't think of it that way.
No.
We just give it away.
Beautiful.
You can add salt to it.
Salt, okay. So put some salt here. I've never in my life thought I would eat whale, but bismillah.
That's the skin of the whale.
Wow. It's delicious. It's not at all what I thought it would taste like.
My heart is pounding a little bit.
My heart is
As long as I don't have to call the EMT.
No.
Cheers, Captain.
Salt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It tastes closer to meat, to regular meat than it is to fish.
Whoa.
You know what it tastes like? The fat on a steak.
No.
Right?
You're exactly right.
It's a lot of flavor. It's a mix of.
Yourself, there's more over there.
It's such an honor to get to do this with you. We're very, very grateful. Thank you for opening up your home.
Well, I'm glad you all came and learned a little bit of our history.
Yes. Yes.
What a lovely guy.
Ah, his mother is your classmate.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Everyone seems to be connected.
We're all interconnected. There's one big family tree. One big family tree in the whole world.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well said.
We have different religions, right? But there's only one big family tree.
Well said, man. Can I give you a hug? Well said.
The best ending that we could have wished for.
Yeah.
He's like an absolute legend, man.
This freaking guy. Without this man, without Evan.
Captain, come over here. Atachikum.
Hey.
Give you a hug as well. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For our first indigenous story in the Arctic, we were amazed to experience the importance of the community, and particularly what role the whales
I guess when I asked if they're hunter-gatherers, are there hunter-gatherers here, I guess these people are somewhat that, because if they're eating 50% of their food as whale, and maybe some of the other stuff is also stuff they catch, like fish and all that, well, I guess that pretty much is the idea of it. Obviously, they have warm homes to live in, but that doesn't really change it, does it? This was a really interesting video, seeing the way of life in these types of regions.
play within it. Without them, the Inupiat people would likely never have survived in this region for these thousands of years. The destruction of their culture that these communities have had to endure was heartbreaking to learn about, however. Stripped of their language and traditions, we hope that as we recognize the cruelty behind these past decisions, that we can move towards restoration and preservation to ensure its long-term survival.
That is adorable.
The Arctic is certainly a place we are very keen to explore and learn more from. For now, however, we leave this fascinating city with an Inupiat saying we believe we could all embrace more often as a society at large. Atauchikun, together as one. We'll see you next week.
Damn. This was really cool, man. They really got involved in this place. To everyone. Oh, he's here. Evan here. I feel like crying. Reading all these positive comments is what I needed. This was all a crazy experience. That day I almost didn't want to go out to that whale. I was worn out after going to most of the whales this fall season, but I did, and now I am glad. Yeah, of course. This is a life change. Not life change. I don't know, but the fact that this guy was so involved in this video and he changed probably the course of this video. Meeting him changed what the possibilities were in this video, and that's just incredible. I am so glad I went out that day. Big thanks to Yes Fury, guys, to trust me in showing people I can't say that word. Inupiaq, is that how you say it? Culture and Inupiaq way of life. Big props to Stefan for braving the Arctic Ocean. Yeah, he absolutely bossed that. That is class. What a guy, man. This made me happy, man. This really did. Wow, as a Maori man from New Zealand, it's crazy to hear how similar the history of the indigenous people around the world. Thank you, Yesferi, for sharing this amazing story with us. Well, there we go. This town is very unique. Like I said at the start, if you've been here before, let me know what your experience here was like, or maybe you grew up here. Maybe you live here now. I mean, I don't know the chances of that. What fascinates me is how is there the ability to have I don't know, just running water, because they've got taps and stuff. How can you have running water in an area where it's absolutely obscenely cold? I mean, that's just engineering technology, right? But just all these little things, they can live in these homes that you have all the advantages of just in like the contiguous US, you know, even with the conditions outside and all that, you can still have all of these perks, which just, it is really wild to me, but that's just how it is. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know your thoughts, and until next time, like, subscribe,